So in my last video, I had shown you guys what I thought would be a great center build in 2K20 that I would use personally. I still think it's a great build, but after taking a closer look at it, I feel like there's just a little couple of changes that I could make to it that will make it even better. It's the same build, but just a little changes to the attributes and the badges. In case you haven't seen my last video, this is what it was before. Yeah, I'll think about that later. But look. Look at this shit, bro. This one I did. Alright. Boom. 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 You see how I got 30 already? I don't even have to touch these shits, right? So I lower my offensive rebound just so I get just 30. Done. Shooting. I'm looking for those 3 badges, right? Done. Now I got 3. Lower it just so I get 3. Now I got 170
you put
left
all your
over.
inside shit up?
Yep, put all my inside shit up. 16. Now let me cap out my finishing though. Now I got just 16. And I'm gonna finish out my offensive rebound. This is my build right here. See, at the time, I felt genius. I felt like I cheated the system. I felt smart. I was able to finesse the attributes in a way that I was gonna make sure this build got as many badges as it can possibly get. But now that I look back at it, I was too badge hungry. I was focusing on badges way too much that I haven't even realized that I left out a lot of defensive attributes. Like, I understand not touching perimeter defense or lateral quickness, but come on, I haven't even touched steal. And let alone, in the beginning, I even bumped down my offensive rebound a little bit. So, I gotta fix that up. I can't have my badges look great and my attributes looking like shit. I can't have a 45 steal thinking I'm gonna do anything with Hall of Fame interceptor. It doesn't work like that. Badges and attributes, they help each other. You can't just have one side. So I gotta work on that a little bit. So this is what I came up with. Let's get through the obvious. Center position, the same build as last time. I'm not doing any changes here. This is mainly a tweaking to the attributes itself. So for my defensive and rebounding attributes, I'm going to max out everything that's needed to be maxed out for a center. And that's everything besides perimeter defense and lateral quickness. In the past, I went back to takeoff attributes to make sure that I have just enough for 30 badges. But this time I'm not going to do that. I got to make sure that my attributes are great as well. My next focus is going to be shooting. As I mentioned previously in my last video, having a jump shot or a midi is very important if you're a big man running the pick and roll. As a result, I'm going to stick with what I did last time and max out this category until I have just enough for 3 shooting badges. That gold catch and shoot is a must have. For the rest of my attributes, I'm just going to put it all out on finishing. As you noticed from my last video, I had 16 finishing badges, but this time I only have 13 as a result of buffing up my defending and rebounding attributes. But that's fine because when I show you my badges, it's going to be all good. In my last video, I made the height for this build 7 foot on a dot, but I think I'm going to push it up to 7'1" after thinking about it. Just because, as you can see from the attributes, I'm not taking that much of a damage anyway. And this year you can see that they made centers super slow. So I might as well just bump up the height and be taller and try to be the best rim protector that I can be. You can see that I was also looking at 7'2", but at that point I was stretching it. So I think I'm going to just stick with 7'1". 57 speed, I'll take that. That's acceptable for a center. I want to be tall but also maintain some kind of quickness. So I think 7'1" is just right. For the weight, I think I'm going to leave it as is. The attributes are fine and my strength is already at a 95, so I have no reason to mess with it. Wingspan, definitely got to max that out. That's a no-brainer. I want to be the best rebounder and rim protector as I can possibly be. Takeover, I went with glass cleaning. Earlier, I had mentioned that having 13 finishing badges instead of 16 would be just fine. This is what I'm talking about. So in my old build with 16, I had a badge like Back Down Punisher on gold. Do I really need that? My strength is at a 95. I'm going to be pushing people around regardless. So I think it was just right to just sacrifice that badge to make my defending and rebounding attributes stronger. So watch how I work around with these 13 upgrades. Contact Finisher Gold, that's a must. Drop Stepper Gold, that's a must. Lobster Finisher Gold for pick and rolls, that's a must. Pro Touch, having a boost for good layup timing, I'll take that as well. Now I'm looking around, these are really all the badges that I really need. So for that last upgrade, I just threw it on pick and roller. I know I'm going to be setting screens and stuff, so it doesn't really make a difference. I just put it on that. For shooting, I'm sticking with the same badge, Gold Catch and Shoot, that's a no-brainer. For playmaking, I'm actually going to have Break Starter. Last time I had Unpluckable, but I had read the description wrong. This badge only protects you from getting stripped only when performing dribble moves and not in general. So after that badge is going to run out the window for me. My defense and rebounding badges is actually where I put the most thought into, but at the end of the day, these are the badges that I went with, which I feel like will help me best with rebounding, defense, setting screens. But one badge in particular that has struck me is Tireless Defender. I feel like this is actually going to come in very clutch in late game situations when everybody's tired, so let me throw that up on Hall of Fame as well. For my last two upgrades, I put it on Pogo Stick. I thought about Clamps, but my center is going to be slow as hell. I'm not sure if Clamps is really going to help me defend the guards up top, so why not be safe and spend those last upgrades on something that can help me protect the rim even better. That about wraps it up for this video. This is my build for 2K20. If you made it this far into this video, just know I appreciate you, man. Like, anybody that knows me knows I love all the support that I get. If this video made you learn something, if you enjoyed it, if you got a question, anything, man, just be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.